Welcome back guys to another video. We're going to talk about the future of recruitment and where I see the industry going. And if you've been wondering for a long time, like is it doom and gloom, or the AI robots going to take over, are recruiters going to go extinct? Just make sure you sit down, buckle up, and go on for the ride, because this should be something pretty exciting to talk about. So real quick, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Preston. I've been a professional recruiter for over a decade. I actually got my training and my start at a US nationwide award-winning recruitment firm in 2014. I then started my own solo recruitment career, now scaling an agency in 2015, did over $500,000 on my first year on my desk alone, and did that minimum every single year for the next 10 years to 2025. And now we're scaling an awesome agency with an amazing team, working with some of the best companies here in the US. And I'm just here to kind of give you value in hopes that it can help you level up as a recruiter as well. So let's get into it. First things first, number one, don't worry, no need to cry. Recruitment isn't going anywhere. So according to a recent report, in terms of the US market size, it's about $757 billion in 2024. That's a B billion, which is insane. And if you didn't know that, it's a huge industry. And if you were to kind of look at the industry in terms of where it's going into the future, this is set to become over a $2 trillion industry by 2033 and beyond, which is insane, because that's not with the B, that's with the T, guys. The growth rate is quite an impressive and astonishing 13.1% between 2024 to 2033. This really represents a very healthy, robust, just trajectory in terms of the industry and where it's going from now until then. So is it going anywhere? No. Is it a small industry? No. Do we have a lot more value and a lot more growth that we can kind of expect to see in the industry? Absolutely yes. And so just wanted to kind of, share this with you in terms of context of this video before we get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is kind of piggybacking off the previous slide. Recruiters aren't really going anywhere, guys. While it is really easy for recruiters to fear AI, recruiters, their jobs continue to remain critical and essential for companies and teams all around the world, not just here in the US. In my opinion, AI and technology will empower recruiters to do our jobs better than try to find a way to replace us, right? The global industry is on pace, as I told you, to be a $1 trillion industry with strong growth. And it is, again, a critical job for every business on the planet. How do businesses grow? Through hiring. How do they find these folks? Recruiting. A lot of the similar chatter has happened in more of like a tangential space, like the industry, like the real estate one, specifically real estate agents.
Are you struggling with getting responses from clients? Are you an established recruiter who is struggling to break six figures and beyond? Are you looking to start recruiting part-time and you don't know how? Do you feel burned out and stuck spending hours and hours each day in manual tasks like sourcing and outreaching, and feeling like you have no time to actually run and grow your business? I am absolutely happy to announce that we have launched our own recruitment educational and coaching program to help you on your journey. We made sure that everything I've learned in the past 10 years, the tips, the strategies that really helped me build multiple seven figures of placements on my own desk with some of the best companies in the world, will be included in there. We'll also be including things like how you can build an acquisition system that brings in clients every month to your agency hands-free, how you can maximize the probability of a positive close during negotiations, how you can automate and outsource your day-to-day operations so that you don't have to spend hours per day researching or sourcing, how you can figure out the new and modern way to scale your agency that minimizes risk and maximize your upside potential. And we've also included much more. The best thing about this is not only will you be getting amazing content, but we will also handhold you and be with you every step of the way to make sure that you are held accountable and you crush your goals. We'll also share with you our own tech stack, tools and plugins we actually use, plus everything else we know about automation and AI to help you save time, work smarter, and not be a slave to your business. The exciting news is that we've actually rolled this out to a select few people earlier this year, and I'm excited to see them well on the way to multiple six figures, with some breaking $30,000 to $50,000 per month already. So if you're interested to be a successful recruiter that can dominate in any market conditions, make sure you click on the link below to chat with another member of our team, and we're happy to chat with you to see if we can help you out. Make sure you jump on this really quickly. See you on the other side.
In every sector, every industry, every market, in every country. And the funny thing is, I don't know if you've been following me for a while, but a lot of the similar chatter has happened in more of like a tangential space, like the industry, like the real estate one, specifically real estate agents. So when you look at real estate agents, just to digress here a little bit, compared to on the agency side, us recruiters, we do the same thing, basically middle parties between two parties, right? So in real estate agents, they connect buyers and sellers to people who buy real estate. And what we do, recruiters on the agency side, we connect job seekers to basically talent hirers, talent managers, and clients, right? So we're both middle parties. Now, the funny thing is, when when Zillow came out, and you may not be familiar with it if you're not here in the US, but Zillow is like one of the go-to sites now to like do market research and find potentially a new home or an apartment to rent or a home to buy, right? When Zillow came out, everyone freaked out in the real estate world saying, oh my God, Zillow and Redfin and sites like these are gonna take over real estate agents, and real estate agents are not gonna, exist anymore. Guess what happened? Real estate agents continued to stay. When Zillow and Redfin now came out with their own AI products and other AI platforms coming over, the same chatter happened again. Are real estate agents gonna go extinct? Now they are here to stay, but more importantly, they are stronger than ever. And I think and I believe the same thing's gonna happen to us recruiters. I think AI and technology is not here to replace us. It's really here to kind of equip us with the right skills and knowledge so that we can do our jobs better for companies, for job seekers in any market, in any country manageable. So I am absolutely confident and absolutely optimistic that the recruitment industry is not only healthy, but it's massive. It's going to continue to grow with many, many more opportunities for anyone. The second thing is that AI automation tech will essentially make recruiters better, right? Help us become better recruiters. So I believe that if you give recruiters just more access to insights, to data, analytics in real time, we will essentially become superhumans and we'll be able to be more efficient and move, honestly, 10 times faster. I think right now we're just seeing a huge transition period from recruiters who do everything manually, manual calling, messaging, manual emailing, and you can still make millions. You can still be extremely successful. You can still start and scale businesses manually, but the gap is getting wider and wider to recruiters who embrace technology, automation technology to be hyper optimized and efficient. In a sense, AI will not only make us better, but it's leveling the field compared to newer entrants or smaller teams of solo recruiters versus the ones that have larger teams that are doing everything manually. This is how, with me, when I started the first 5 years of my solo career, the crazy thing is I did everything manually and it was still able to perform at a high rate. Like I made $500,000. But once I really started to utilize and embrace technology, I'm grateful that I was able to immediately start as a high performing biller. But then once we embraced technology, my performance went from here to like literally here, exponentially, right? And I think this is what we're seeing also with many people who are starting agencies now or small teams who are embracing technology. It allows us to go 10 times faster, to compete, to reach out to more people than teams with 20, 30, 40 people that are just doing everything the traditional or old school way, doing everything as manual. So tech will allow recruiters to step away from doing the mundane sourcing to more closing deals. All the hours spent on sourcing and researching and reaching out to candidates and saving them in projects, following up with them, AI automation will just be amazing to be able to clear you from that, to remove you from that, and allow you to focus more of your time, us recruiters, on activities that will actually get and push our business and desks forward, which is, maybe perhaps it's like qualifying new clients, maybe it's closing a candidate, maybe it's closing a client, doing deals, making money, and having more time to do so. Recruiters will be able to find candidates easier for clients, more job opportunities for candidates faster and on a scale that just wasn't possible before. So I am absolutely excited to continually to watch the space, new developments and new tools, and me and my team are constantly testing out behind the scenes, new stuff out there. And while a lot of them are really leading heavily with the buzzwords with AI and they're not that good, some of them, a select few, are really delivering and in my eyes becoming quite promising in terms of what they're delivering now, what they could do into the future. So if you are excited for us to create another video about the top AI tools, a refresh, if you will, of a previous video we've done, please comment down below and we'll love to kind of make that for you. The next thing that I see is that in terms of recruitment and opportunities, we're going to start to see a lot more just freelance, entrepreneurial, fractional activities and opportunities for recruiters. We're going to see more and more technology, more and more platforms that will allow recruiters to bet really on themselves versus just staying at their jobs and their careers. It allows them to take ownership of their career, take ownership of their future. It allows them to stop leaving money on the table with a lack of bonuses and commissions. Recruitment is a sales role, and to see corporate recruiters, even though they get paid a great salary and perhaps equity if you're in the tech world or startups or RSUs, I still firmly believe that recruiters in the corporate side, they need to get bonuses. The same thing with the agency side. If agencies do that, why not corporate? And just to kind of add to that, when you work at any company, let alone a tech company, if you look at the sales team, 100% they're always incentivized with at least some sort of draw or commission or bonuses. The same thing needs to be done with recruiting. But if that doesn't change and you're a corporate recruiter that believes the same thing and feels the same thing, I think it's a lot more opportunities now than 5 or 10 years ago for you to start freelancing, for you to kind of dip your toes in and perhaps make an additional source of income. Maybe you don't even want to leave your job, but maybe that's going to really be the catalyst for you to be like, oh wow, I can do this more. Oh wow, maybe I can kind of if I get a good cadence, if I do a couple good placements, I might be able to leave my job and work for myself, which is something I've always wanted to do and I was just super scared or didn't know how. And to me, that's exciting. That is life, to kind of give you the opportunities to bet on yourself. So I believe moving forward, there will be a huge continuing demand for just great talent globally, with obviously strong industry growth that we evidenced earlier year over year. The technology and platforms and opportunities will continue to allow solo recruiters and freelancers to compete against the larger teams as we go 10x faster. On the company side, the ones that are hiring, technology is great, but it also makes it more noisy. There's too much inbound. The job description, the job ads aren't really working. It's more important to find good recruiters that can cut through the noise and help you get that job done and help you get those positions filled. At the same time, while I'm all in and invested in technology, there's also one side that we need to be aware of. Technology can also, if used incorrectly, can make you lazy, right? AI can make us 10 times more efficient, but you need to have a strong foundation, a strong A to Z fundamentals and understanding of that to be able to use and leverage AI properly. Right now, because of AI, we're seeing a lot of people with no experience come in and they're like, you know what, I can just rely on AI. But the thing is, for a lot of AI out there, it's not accurate enough. There's still a lot more ways for it to be developed. There are a lot of different ways, more keywords, more filtering, better ways that you can prompt it based on experience. And if you come in without previous recruitment experience and you just wanna just depend on AI without understanding how to like find someone manually, how to get the AI better, how to really be able to look at the results and be like, is this good? Is this not good? Then that could just leave a lot of opportunity and money on the table and just frankly make you just super lazy leaning on tech. And you're like, hey, whatever this AI gives me, that's the word. There's no other people I can find using other tools, and that's it, right? So you're really at the mercy of these AI tools, and you just wouldn't know better if you don't have a lot of experience. So I think with me, it's absolutely important for you to still have and learn a really, really strong foundation to really develop that foundational baseline so that when you toss technologies and AI and tools on top of it, it will allow you to superpower you to be a superhuman to then use AI in the best way possible. And if AI gives you results that are just not good or average, you can call out on it and you know exactly, okay, this is not great. Here's how I need to improve it, and you further tweak it, right? So without the foundations, you won't know if an AI is good or not if you have no knowledge. Ironically, you'll also just end up being more inefficient in your process utilizing a tool that wants to make you more efficient because you just don't know. You don't have that previous experience or bucket of knowledge to fix things or to call things out or to be able to look at things and be like, this is right or this is wrong, because you just don't know. Having a foundation will allow you to know that. So if you don't know how to be a good recruiter without technology, hoping for tech or hiring or something else, extraneously to be like your silver bullet to fix your issues is the wrong approach. You can absolutely still make money as a recruiter doing everything manually, but again, the gap's gonna get wider and wider. You'll be a lot slower and more inefficient to those who are simply embracing great tech, but those that also do that with a strong underlying foundation. So with a strong foundation, AI can absolutely have a strong impact on your desk from speed, efficiency, and scaling, okay? Last but not least, I believe that with the massive shift that we're seeing with further advancements in technology in AI, the industry will eventually focus more on just relationships. The competition for great talent is gonna get harder and hotter, and it's gonna be easier to find people, but it's gonna be harder to engage and harder to be memorable and harder to actually be able to create lasting relationships even with on the other side with clients and hiring managers, and all that will always go back to relationships. So tech will continue to push recruiters to be more remote, more virtual, get further away from actually what really matters, which is creating relationships. And when I started in recruitment, that was only 2015, and then I met people, and I always continue to meet people who've been recruiting for 30, 40, 50 years before the internet. And in those days, and even when I started about a decade ago, it was always on relationships. And if you can make the extra effort to meet people in person, get dinner with them, get drinks, small things like this matters. Get coffee with them, because that alone, there is no amount of AI or Zoom meetings that can replace that, right? If you did 10 Zoom meetings and the 11th one, you had a great chat over drinks or food or coffee, who at the end of the day is gonna be more memorable, right? We're all gonna say the ones that you you actually took time to build a physical, human, personal relationship from. And I see the industry shifting back and valuing that more. So if you can meet someone in person versus doing a Zoom, do it. If you can go to an office versus doing a Zoom meeting, do it, right? If you can do the extra work and care to go back to what matters, the human, the personal element, that will always yield you so many more opportunities into the future. Those that do this correctly will absolutely reap higher rewards. Make the effort to meet in person, to have more value-added conversations and follow up. While tech is great, also embrace the work and remember that what actually makes a good recruiter will pay off in the long run. At its core, don't forget, we are here, aside from just making a living and making money, to truly help and support people. The best recruiters are ones that care and will continue to be the ones that care moving forward. So if you guys enjoy this video in terms of my thoughts, in terms of the future, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any more questions, let me know below. If you want to see other videos that you want us to make, please comment down below or message us. We are working on some exciting things that I think will continue to give you more value into the future. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.